So basically what it comes down to is the first time when we went through it, it was like putting on an armor, as you remember. So it was putting on an element which wasn't me. It was like protection. But the second time, it was becoming part of me. And the becoming part of me is almost to be seen as a programming which deleted so much bullshit in me. It deleted beliefs. It deleted fears. It basically freed me up to develop who I really am and who I always was, potential-wise.
Yeah, sure.
And what really happens is it's like a muscle you have to train. Like I believe if I just had this process done, but then not implement it, not live it out, with other people, for example, with partners, it's like a muscle which is available, but never strengthened.
Yeah.
And I believe that is important because I do have to stretch my comfort zone because that's when that process actually starts kicking in. Because otherwise it's not needed.
Right. Okay.
Remember, like when we talked about the two different spheres, and you said, look, you don't have to go into the second sphere all the time. I personally believe yes, because what is cool with integrating the armor, it became second nature, first nature for me, the second sphere with Christ and the ideal self in combination. So whenever I walk into a situation where that kind of setup is required, it automatically kicks in.
Right.
Which is freakingly awesome.
Yeah.
So it actually kicks in. Hold a second. So for example, give me a quick moment. So for example, if I am working on a project and I go into that mode immediately before it's needed, because it puts me into my inner brilliance.
Right.
You see, for example, if I say, okay, I'm writing a paper, let's say I write a post. The post written just with Christ, for example, would be great. But the post written from Christ plus my ideal self will be much different quality.
Yeah.
And I want to go for the highest level.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying, actually, if somebody can tap into that Christ and ideal self sphere or bubble or whatever, that is the ideal. Yeah. Because I can tell, like, I simply have no fears anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm reaching out to people, like I'm working now with people on the highest levels. And yeah, they just resonate.
Yeah. And the thing, since it progresses, you need to once every 6 months to a year, you need to redo this because things have changed and you get to a different
Yeah,
level.
I agree. Okay? Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And the more you do it, the easier it is to do it.
Yeah.
The faster.
But even if it was on the same level, that's already mind blowing.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. Until you go through it, people don't understand the power that it has in terms
No, it's impossible.
of your identity, of who you really are.
Yeah.